Here's the general commandment, okay? Any money you win gambling or any money you gain in a degenerate way, you have to spend it in a degenerate way.
I like that, actually. I like that way better.
This is the testament. Your money that you use to live, for your food, your rent, your groceries, that's money you get a job for. You get a job for that. So you could have a stable balance, a stable foundation on, okay, I'm not going to starve. I'm not going to be homeless. Everything's all right. Any money you gain through any sort of degenerate activities needs to be spent in a degenerate activity way.
Yes.
So if I win money gambling, we're going to the strip club. We're getting Asian hookers to jerk us off, hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
We're buying drugs. We're having a good time.
Sure.
That's the commandment. Is any money you win in a degenerate way must be spent in a degenerate way.
That's true, man. You don't want to start being like, oh, I'm going to buy groceries.
I tried to work this into a bit on stage.
What'd they say? Would they like it? Did they like it?
I never gave it time to develop, but I think I'm going to bring it back. The bit was because gambling allegedly, according to the books, is evil.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But if that is evil,
yep.
If money is evil, if gambling winnings are evil, okay, what's the solution? You spend it in an evil way, a supposed evil way.
You're talking like double negative type thing?
It equals a positive.
Okay.
You don't take gambling winnings and buy and live like normally, like you normally would when you get your paycheck. You don't do that. You take your fucking money that you won and you do degenerate activities.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about here. Any money you win gambling needs to be spent in a degenerate way.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
Next thing. We're doing degenerate testaments.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, right?
Keep going.
Thou shall not judge thou price of thy hooker. Meaning, this is what we're learning now. If your boy gets a $40 rub and tug or he gets a $1,000 escort, there's no judgment. Okay? There's a different spectrum.
Not out loud.
Not out loud.
Yeah.
Same thing with the girl situation. You can judge. You can stay away because you think he's got HIV. You can do all that. But there's no judgment, right? You pray for your brothers. You do not judge your brothers.
There we go.
You pray for your brothers.
Absolutely.
Thou shalt not, whether it's a $40 hooker, $120, quick bang and go.
Yep.
A $500 night.
Yeah.
A $2,000 overnight.
Oh man, $2,000. You get
a
great hooker.
A $2,000. If I had bet on Pierre, I would have won $2,000.
Where are you going with that money?
A $2,000 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Of time. We're on this number 3. Thou shalt not judge.
Yeah.
Thy hooker's price.
Exactly.
Thank you. Number 4.
Number 4 is thou shalt not judge one's living space and compare it to the wager of the bet.
That was fucking fantastic.
I think so.
That's fucking incredible.
Because it kind of goes against what I was asking you about the thing, but you kind of convinced me. It's like, who gives a shit?
That's amazing.
Someone makes a bet. They want to get out of this life. Who are you to judge how they get out of it?
Thou shalt not judge thou wager amount on thou bet, given thou's living situation.
Yes. And I think that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So good.
Number 5.
You do not judge anyone's... If a guy's living in a shoebox and he bets $10,000, who the fuck are you to tell him not to do that?
Who the fuck are you?
If a guy lives in a mansion and bets $20, who the hell are you to tell him to bet more?
Who could you possibly think you are?
It's about a gradual process of. It's a process of building up to it.
Yeah.
You know, you start $20. You know, then that doesn't do the trick anymore. You move up to 100. That doesn't do it anymore. You move up to 1,000. That doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're wagering your mortgage. Hey, who are you to judge?
You got to hit rock bottom to quit. You know what I mean?
Who are you to judge?
Yeah.
Because it could always go the other way at any moment.
Could. Absolutely.
At any moment.
At any time.
Beautiful. Number five. Number five. Thou shalt always have a good time committing degenerate activities.
True. That's a great one. Do not bring the vibe down.
You never ever want to be the guy in your friend group that goes, guys, I don't think we should be doing this.
It's like you go home at that point then.
Guys, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should wear. I think I should wear a condom with this girl. I think I shouldn't wager all of it on this last hand.
Sure.
What the fuck are you talking about? Go home.
Go home.
Go home. Do not ruin you. You don't have to do anything. No one's forcing you to do something. But you do not bring down our fun time by being like, I think it's time we should leave and go home. No, you don't fucking do that.
Yep.
You don't walk around. You don't bring the vibe down of your fellow degenerate brothers. I think we should not, No, you don't do this. That's wrong. Incorrect. Go home.
Bad behavior.
No one's forcing you. Go home. Are you writing these down?
I think that's all. No, they're in here. I was actually that's actually kind of like that goes even beyond the commandments. It's like that's one. I guess you go to hell for all of these, but that one especially. Like I don't even know if you get to like repent for that one. I think like it's like you go to hell.
Yeah.
Immediately for that.
That's a.
And hell to us is we just kill you. That's it. Yeah.
That's the equivalent of thou shalt not kill. It's the equivalent of thou shalt not ruin my good time when I'm about to bet $50 on side bets on the blackjack.
Exactly.
Table.
Yeah.
What are we fucking doing here?
Do you know what that could turn into? Yeah.
King's Bounty. Yeah. I'm about to get matching kings.
Yeah.
30-1. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've been there when that's happened for you. Not the kings, but the 30-1. I've seen that happen, and what a feeling that is.
And it would have never happened if that's some fucking dweeb being like...
Exactly. Wouldn't have. Yep.
Thou shalt not ruin anyone's good time. We're 5 in.
5 in. Thou... Oh, man, we're getting...
I had a bunch of notes and everything ready for this podcast, but this is what we're doing.
We'll get to them.
You open this can of worms, Robert.
Yeah.
So this is what we're fucking doing.
No, I'm happy about it. Thou... We're going to keep thou shall not steal in there. I think that's going to stay. That one's we're not going to rewrite that one. That's going to be number 6. Thou shall not steal.
Thou shall not steal unless it is for something that is a total lock.
No, that's sure. Actually, yeah. Thou shall not steal unless it's for something for a total lock because you can reimburse that person plus some.
Or you do not reimburse that person and you skip town.
And you kill them.
Or you kill yourself.
Sure.
That's
somebody has to die.
Thou shall not steal unless it is a total lock. And or will provide you a great story or experience and a great time.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
We're on number 7 now?
Number 7. Number 7 is thou shall never judge thou's wager amount.
We already did that one, didn't we?
Well, we did wager. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We did wager amount
goes under the umbrella.
Based on the living situation. But I guess that
goes under the umbrella.
That goes under the umbrella.
Yeah,
fair. Okay, very fair. Yeah, we're moving on. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. That's why it's called the Robert Khakham Show.
Yep.
Thou shall not convince thy brothers that they have a problem.
Absolutely.
As in, like, I know we already talked about, ruining the vibe, ruining the good time. Kind of the same.
Kind of umbrellaed. Yeah.
Kind of umbrellaed, but this is a little different because this isn't just ruining the good time. This is you trying to stop whatever's happening.
This actually goes along with how the 10 Commandments work anyway. There's a lot that could just be round up into like
in
one
a very
thing.
similar thing.
Okay, so we have like a little subgenre here.
And the one that's like, that's number 7.
Yeah.
You do not ever tell your friends that they have a problem unless you want something from them. Meaning you tell them, hey, you have a problem. I think you should give me your money, and I'll gamble it for you because you're an addict and you need to stop. Number 7. Number 8.
Okay. All right.
Number 8. You got anything?
Number 8.
Robert?
Number 8. Thou shall not discourage a heater, in the sense of, like, I know we just talked about, like, convince them or whatever, but when things are going good too, thou shall not tell someone to, all right, we've got enough. You know what I mean? I've done that with you, and I thought about that for a lot, and I was like, could have been more.
Thou shall not
take someone from a heater. Thou shall not cool someone down.
When you're on a heater, you stay on that fucking motherfucking
stay
heater.
on the heater. We need heat. We're Homo sapiens. We need the heat.
Stay on the heater.
Yeah.
Never, ever tell your friends when they are on a winning streak that it's time to stop. Go home with your winnings. No, we do not do that. That is the job of the wives.
Yes.
That is the wife's job to tell you when to stop and for you to be like, you know what, I'll decide when I stop. And then it turns into a fight in the hotel room after. That is for them.
Yeah.
You will never, ever stop thy brothers from thy heaters.
Yeah.
Ever. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Yep.
That was a very good one.
Yep. I've done it personally. I've committed a sin. But this book wasn't out at that time. So I'm doing it from experience. Boots to the ground research. Thou shall never cool someone down.
From a heater, ever.
Yeah.
Number 9. Or was that number 9?
Oh, that was number 8. Or number 9.
Number 9. Number 9. Thou shall always give your friends a lock.
Yes.
As in, hey, you got a lock? You never, ever hide it from anyone. You always let the boys ride it. That's something I learned from you. You always let the boys ride. You know why? Because it's us versus the house.
Absolutely. We need all the numbers we can get.
It's us versus the house.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as bad luck. There's no such thing as bad betters or bad juju. If you got a lock, you give it to somebody you think has a lock.
Give it to the people.
You give it to the people.
You get your bet in first, because if you tell too many people, you'll fuck the market up. But, you get your bet in. You say, hey, I got this lock. Let's say you got 5 minutes, sir. You got 5 minutes, and then I got to make this bet. And if you don't come with me, that's on you. And if you miss the number, no problem. But I got a lock, and you can come along with me for this ride.
Let my people go.
Absolutely. As Moses said.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
To the locks.
Yeah.
The locks are in.
Locks are in. And I got a 10th one for you here. What did I just have? I just had one on me. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thou, if you have the money, I mean to the penny, if you have enough money and someone says, I need you to spot me for this bet, thou shall never not give that bet out. Now, thou shall never not spot. That makes sense?
So, yeah, borrow money.
If you have the money and this guy's like, I got a lock, but I don't have the cash for it, you give him the money.
I'll add on to that. If the lock hits, which it obviously will, then whoever gives you the money gets a percentage of the winnings as well.
And I think 20% is a good number there.
As well. Yeah. Thou shalt always give thy brothers 20% of thou gambling winnings if thou has spotted thee.
Yeah. Okay. Thou has spotted thee. We're gonna order these another time. I gotta digest this. I gotta think about what's the best. What's the best? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know.
I kind of like the order we went in.
I do too, actually. The way it came to us.
Let's just say that was the order.
Absolutely.
That was the order.
That was the order.
If
you want to watch back, that would actually help us a lot too for watch time. Just watch it back, and you get. Don't I don't even care. We don't even care if you like it or agree. Like, just get educated. Just understand.
Give it to our producer Tyler. And have him organize it into notes. And
that guy's a lost cause,
Make a little ebook about it.
He's a sad little piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously I was in Sudbury, Ontario this weekend, as you know.
Yeah.
As I was talking about, right? Very fun. Very good time. Very, very nice. We drove up. It's northern Ontario, drove up. Once you pass a certain point, you hit the rocks. You got these beautiful rocks to look at. Once you get these cliffs, it's like granite and marble and apparently it's from the Great Canadian Shield, and I didn't know that the Great Canadian Shield was like really old. I thought it was like 500 years old or something.
Sure.
And it turns out it was like 3.4 billion or something.
Damn.
And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, because it's literally actual rocks coming up from the earth. There's little cliffs and shit. I'm like, and then once you leave and you come back here, it's like you left Mexico, and you're like, there's no views, there's no beautifulness, and they can't do anything with the rocks. So you just see an apartment building with like the most beautiful like cliff in front of it, but there's just like a trap house behind it. They can't move the rocks. They can't do nothing to it without special like permits and stuff.
Did you try and move the rocks?
No, you can't. You can't. I didn't get out of the car once. I did not go explore Sudbury. We ended up in the hotel room. We did the conference room. We walked around a little bit.
Who's we? Who were you there with?
Me and Hannah.
Oh, you and Hannah were there too.
Yeah, me and Hannah was there.
Nice.
Yeah,
How was that?
She likes to party, man. She's good. She likes to party.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
She's fun. She's fun to party with, man. We went to because she knew apparently a local guy there in Sudbury. We did karaoke.
Yeah.
She started singing karaoke.
Dude, they love karaoke.
I didn't sing any karaoke.
Yeah, they love it.
She started singing karaoke. Then after karaoke, we go to this strip club
Sure.
called Colson's. Bro, let me tell you something. Have you ever been?
No.
Let me tell you something about Colson's. The greatest strip club I've ever been to in my entire life of going to strip clubs.
Okay.
Period. Hands down. I hold that right hand up to God. The greatest one I've ever been to in my life. And I'll tell you why. I'll explain to you why. Because usual strip clubs. I know we talk about strip clubs a lot on the show.
Yeah.
I totally understand. But here's the thing you got to understand is I'm still figuring them out myself. Okay? I'm going in there like a scientist, like a studier of strip club, like a anthropologist.
Yeah.
Whatever you call them, right? I'm studying the communities in these strip clubs, right? The way the hierarchies, the way we operate and function, who's at the top, who's at the bottom, right? I study and I'm like Jane Goodall, or
For strip clubs.
for strip clubs. She
Yeah.
studied the chimps, right?
The gorillas.
The gorilla, the chimps, right?
Yeah.
Jane Goodall,
Yeah. I think it was mainly, specifically gorillas, but yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's been, there has been anthropologists that go to these remote islands to study tribes and how they live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm this with these strip clubs.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about Colson's in Sudbury. I have not been to a strip club that has topped the level of like fun that I had in there. Let me tell you something, okay? Usual strip clubs from my previous research, okay, has been there's multiple areas where like multiple dance stages, right? Like you got 1, 2, you can have multiple girls dancing in different stage areas at the same time, right? There's people all hovering around these stage areas, and there's dudes, right? No one's really looking at each other. No one's talking to each other. Everyone's just sort of horny, depressed. Everyone's sort of just looking down at the floor. Everyone's sort of, they're looking up at the girls, but there's no commotion. There's no enthusiasm. It's just horny dudes being like, I want to fuck her,
Yeah.
Colson's first off, it wasn't even it was a half strip club, half arcade bar, which is incredible. So half of the section was divided into arcade
Sounds
games.
almost illegal.
19 plus. Half bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the other half was a strip show, I would say, almost. A strip entertainment show. There's one stage, one girl at a time. Everybody sits like you would at a comedy show. Everyone sits facing the stage. If you get a seat, you sit, you face the stage. You get a little table, and you face the stage.
Sure.
The strippers start dancing, and it is the most enthusiasm I've ever seen out of a strip club audience in my entire life. People start clapping. People start cheering her on. I've never seen so many people jump on stage, like not at the same time, but consistently throughout the night. One after the girls and guys just going up on stage with money somewhere in one of their holes, anywhere, and for the stripper to pick it up with one of her holes.
Nice.
I've seen a few. I've seen once or twice. Eventually, some guy will get a little too drunk and jump up on there and whatever. And that's not saying that you need to be drunk to do that. I just mean more when it happens at these other places I've been to. It happens very rarely, and no one gives a shit. Everyone's like, "This is fuck is wrong with this guy? Just fucking get off stage, you fuck." I'm trying to picture this girl naked. Well, picture naked. Trying to picture fucking her, right?
Yeah.
This was consistently one after the other of just people jumping up on stage, having a good time. The strippers were having a good time. They were collecting money. 2 girls jumped on stage and just pulled their skirts down and just like, I've never seen women jump on stage and get naked with the strippers. It's weird, right?
What a show.
Lesbians.
Oh.
Lesbians were there. There was a lot of lesbians. And then
cream of the crop.
one lesbian couple walked in. The other one jumped up on there and she did the whole thing. Then she got up stage and her other lesbian partner, gives her a kiss. Like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
They're supportive about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good, healthy relationship they got going on.
Dude, it was a show. It was I don't know why every other strip club has not taken advice from Colson's. This fucking club was so fucking fun. Everyone's having a good time. You're sitting. The music is perfect. You're sitting. You're watching. It's not even necessarily the dance or what the stripper's doing. It's not. You forget that it's a naked woman on stage. You're just having a good time. Everyone's just having a good time. People are drinking. We're drinking. We're having a good time. You're like, who's gonna do it next? Some guy jumps on stage. The stripper takes his belt off his pants, pulls his pants down, starts spanking him.
The spanking's always fun.
Spanking,
yeah, it's fun for everyone.
But here's what happens is usually, and the other places, when there's a spanking, silence. This club, somebody spanked the whole audience. Oh! Oh, shit!
This is sick. This actually does sound like a party.
It was a fucking party.
And just like a hot chick dancing for you the whole time.
It's like, yeah, but you forget that it's a hot chick dancing. Do you know what I mean?
The vibes were just too good.
The vibes were just too good. You're like, this makes perfect sense. I totally understand this now. This is what they mean when they say strip clubs are fun. I've never understood what they meant by strip clubs are fun until I went to this one place. One girl, one stage, an entire audience. Just what can happen here? And you're like, holy fuck. This is what it should be. I left with a whole new appreciation for, I don't think any other place will ever top that.
No,
I'm not even kidding. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever go to any other club again.
Doesn't sound like it. You are very analytical about strip clubs too. The way you talk about them, you gave me like kind of your breakdown, like a good strip club and a bad strip club, and now this is like a new level. Like this is the perfect strip club.
This is like there weren't girls coming up to you harassing you for dances every 2 minutes. There wasn't. If you wanted one, you could go get one, sure. But they're hanging out in their corner. They're not bothering nobody.
Well, they must be getting paid well.
They're getting paid because there's people jumping on stage with money in their mouth.
Yeah.
Way more than any other club I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, holy shit, this is fun. Like, this is actually fun, you know?
Yeah.
I knew it was fun when I was sitting at a table and then I stood up to watch what was going on.
Did you go up on stage?
No. I did not get to that point.
Didn't want to get to that point?
No, I don't think I was that
If you
drunk.
went back, would you be like, all right, if I'm going to go up on stage this time?
No, I've never done that once.
I'd have to be pretty hammered. I might do it if I was hammered.
I just don't want to put money in my mouth. It's gross.
I agree. Like putting the money in the pussy too. Like that's a little gross. But yeah, whatever. You know, it's for fun. It's for show.
I don't want to put $10 in my $5.
It's bad. Yeah, you probably get like some pimples and shit.
Physical paper money. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
I agree.
So after this place, okay. Colson Strip Club, fun for the whole family.
They got arcades.
They got
chicks.
Not only do they have chicks having a good time. They're there to entertain you. They're not there just to hustle you. They kind of are, but they're also there to put on a fucking show.
Absolutely.
Time flew by. When it was time to go and they turned all the lights on, I was like, what? It's over?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it sucks.
What do you mean, man?
Yeah.
Let's go all night here.
I hate when the lights come on at a strip club. You're like, fuck.
I don't want to see anyone else here, but that's the other part is the camaraderie. That's what I forgot to mention.
Boys are dabbing up after.
the camaraderie of the audience of it is all us here together as a team. You know, there's another guy. Hey, you like her? It's not my type. I like her. There's women there too that are like, she's pretty. She's not pretty. Most of them were pretty.
Yeah.
You know, there was a camaraderie.
True appreciation of the beauty.
And that's what these small towns are like, have that we've forgotten as a people, is these small Canadian towns are like, I couldn't get a seat, okay? There was a limited amount of seats, all right? But there was an empty spot where there wasn't a chair. So I stood. Right, I stood, and then the security guard was like, "You can't stand." I was like, "All right." So I kind of squatted a little bit, right? And then one of the guys saw me and goes, "Fuck, hey man, I'll go get you a chair." runs to the other end of the strip club, carries a fucking chair in this narrow club.
What a place.
Gives me a chair, and I'm like, bro, thank you.
That's the kind of service you don't usually get at a strip club either.
And he didn't work there.
Yeah, he didn't work there.
He's just a small town guy.
Just a nice guy. That's awesome.
With no shame. They pointed, they're like, you could go get that chair. I'm like, it's all right. I'm not going to carry a chair around the club. You know, it's fine.
It's so funny, him sitting in his chair just being like, oh, you can't fucking stand it. I'll get you a chair.
Picks up the chair, brings it to me. I sit down. I have the best time of my life. I buy him a beer. He buys me a drink.
He bought you a drink after, too.
Bought me a drink after.
Like as if the chair thing was nothing. You bought him a beer. That makes you +1. Now he owes you.
So Hannah explained this to me. She went, you know, in these small towns, the men in these small towns, you got to give them something to do. They got to feel like they're valued and important.
Very true.
They got to feel
that's
like
bang on.
You got to make them feel like there's something that they can contribute here.
Yeah.
Which they did. They gave 2 of them. Fucking got up and found me a fucking chair.
That's so funny. Hannah does hit you with some wisdom like that once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot like you're a little bit older and like you understand things a lot.
You understand
better.
life.
Yeah, she gets that. That's like bang on, dude. Like
I wanted to bring her on the pod. Next time we'll bring her on the pod.
Bring her on the pod.
We'll have her on as a guest.
Yeah.
Eventually. We'll talk about this.
We'll have a discussion.
So then after we go to this place called Subworld.
Okay. It's food.
Huh?
It's food.
It's food, but here's the thing about Subworld. This isn't a chain, all right? This is one place in Sudbury, okay? Now, allegedly, here's the deal. The guy, our tour guide, essentially, told us you got to get the dumplings at Subworld, okay? It's called Subworld, but never, ever get the sub.
Yeah.
Do not get the sub. And I went, why? And he explained it to me. Allegedly, this place is owned by a certain biker gang that I'm not going to say who, but allegedly it's owned by a biker gang, okay? And it's a legitimate business, but allegedly. And what they do is apparently the people who work there are not having a good time. The Asian people who work there are not really happy to be there all the time, right? But they are contractually obligated to make subs, okay?
Sure.
There was a lot of stuff on the menu: chicken wings, subs, whatever. They're open till 5 a.m, right? Now they hate making all this stuff, but the one thing that they love to make is the dumplings.
Yeah.
So you get the dumplings, the pan-fried dumplings, not steamed, pan-fried. They come with love. I got the pork with dill. With dill. When I heard there was dill on the menu, I'm like, these people know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay.
Dill is my childhood. I'm a Russian Jew. I loved growing up with dill.
Dill's all you had.
Dill was on the menu.
If you make it one day, dill is what you owe it to.
Everything I've ever eaten has had dill on it.
Yeah.
When they said we got pork with dill dumplings, give me 10.
Yeah.
Got
Give 'em
10. Got 10. Hannah got 5 of one, 5 of the other. We started eating these dumplings hammered at 3 a.m. The greatest dumplings I've ever had.
Sure.
In my entire life. The best strip club, the best fucking dumplings. Incredible.
Yeah.
It just great show.
Yeah. Yeah.
We end up watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That's a good show.
We're screaming at the TV hammered. It's not that, you fucking piece of shit.
Is that a Harvey the black guy that does that? What's his name?
No, that's Family Feud.
Family Feud. Sorry,
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey. Yeah, yeah.
No. This is a pure white guy show.
Okay,
They have a couple of black people on there, but the best is when you start like judging who's on the show or not, and you start like, but then they start to do well, and you didn't assume they would do well, or one dumbass starts using all his lifelines, and you're like, well, what are you fucking doing? That show's still good. This is good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's like because it's gambling almost too, right? You're like, I think I'm right. I'm going to wager this much on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. Sick show. Another family-friendly, degenerate activity to do.
Very fun.
You got Coleman's. Was that what it was called? Coleman's?
Colson's.
You got Colson's. Fun for the family. You got...
Fun for the whole family over 19.
Who would have thought strippers and gambling was going to be fun for the family this weekend?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm still mad. I don't think any other strip club could ever top that place.
Doesn't sound like it.
Just because all the other ones are just depressing and
Well,
They're
yes,
sad.
yeah.
And like you don't want to be there. It's a vibe thing, right there. The vibe is fun. We're having a fucking good time. There's a naked girl on stage, but that's not the point.
Sounds like an X-rated burlesque show almost.
It almost was, but
Yeah.
that's not the point. The point is, it's the camaraderie that we're here for. We're in a small town. We're getting drunk. We're getting you a chair. You sit the fuck down. Watch this. Here's a beer. You want a beer? Where are you from? Toronto. You're my new best friend for the next hour.
That's so funny. Come to Colson. Go for the women. Stay for the camaraderie.
No fights. No bullshit. No fucking. Nobody was weird.
Yeah.
Besides the security guard who told me I can't stand for some reason. Oh no, you know what happened? I was sitting on a table and he said I can't sit on the table.
You're gonna ruin the fucking foundation of the table.
Totally.
Yeah, he's right. We got a nice place here. We don't want you fucking it up with your stupid ass.
Go
right
get
now.
a fucking chair.
Go get a chair. And then the one guy's like, I'll get him a chair.
Great time.
Yeah.
Very good time. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say there was more, but we might bring Hannah on in the future and we'll talk about it.
Sure.
So I'll
Yeah,
save
yeah.
something to
No
talk
worries.
about with her for sure. But this is
We're at 57 minutes.
I'll give it a take that 3. Okay. All right, last thing then. We'll talk last thing and then
Sure.
we're good. We saw Louie CK
On Thursday.
on Thursday.
What a show.
We saw our friend Louie CK. What a dude.
Love the way he started, man. It was actually just like...
You were there.
Oh, yeah. No, I loved it.
What did you think?
I loved it, dude. I mean, I was, for one, way too baked when I went in.
Sure.
I actually hated it because I saw a bunch of people I don't really see as much anymore.
Sure.
I was having a good time at the start. I had a beer. I was like, all right, I'm loose. I'm having a good time. Smoked like 2 joints with you guys outside. And like, I went over to our buddy Max. I was like, I'm way too high for this now. Like, people are coming up talking to you like, hey, how you been and stuff. I was like, I don't, just go away. I have one thing I can do now is watch Louie. But when he started the show, like, classic Louie comes on, kind of stumbles, or you think he's stumbling, and then he just gets into a bit out of nowhere. Like, it really is like magic when I watch him. Like, I was trying to kind of watch it, be like, oh, what's he doing? What's he up to? And then,
Oh my God.
10 minutes in, I was like, stop doing this. You're ruining the show. Like, he's so good. There's nothing to like try and figure out. Every punchline is so well hidden inside of his set. That was great. That was like literally the first stand-ups that I ever saw was Chewed Up. And like I would watch that with my boys in an Xbox Live party on Netflix. And, that was it. Like, I was just like, that was what brought me into stand-up. So coming full circle to be like, or like Comedy World, basically, coming full circle to see him live in a club setting. I never thought I'd see that. So like, yeah, no, that was like one of the best experiences I've had, like, for a live entertainment, man.
It's funny you honestly say like you wanted to analyze what he's doing and what's he doing. I tried to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Not even joking. I tried to
Of
do the
course you
same
did.
thing.
Well, I figured you guys would do it more than me.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Same thing happened to me. I just honestly just forgot that I was doing it. I was just watching him. I went in there being like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna analyze what's going on here, what's happening, you know. But then as the show went on, I'm like, I'm just having a good time. I'm just enjoying this. Like this, he's just so funny.
I know.
But then here's the thing. Here's the trick. Is there was nothing to analyze. He's just a dude. He's just a regular human. That's the important part, I would say, that I took away from the show is when you see him, right? It's because before, and just in general, there's all this hype around him. There's all this controversy. There's all this talk about him. There's all this lore about him, this aura, this godlike kind of complex, like he's not even a real person, right? But then you see him and you go, oh, he's a real dude. He's an old man. He's gray. You know, he's
human.
He's great. It humanizes him. He's a human being. This is a human being on stage right now who just has funny ideas and dark thoughts, and he's here to fucking tell them to you, right?
Yeah.
The most humanizonic thing that I saw from him was when he started just working out on new bits. And he started, stumbling through his words a little bit, and he was still thinking about what he's about to say.
He had the notepad on stage.
Yeah.
And then at one point when he's like, that's usually what I close with, so this is going to get worse from here. I was like, oh, that's like a real stand-up feel. You know what I mean? Like when you watch a guy working out bits.
He told the audience this is going to suck.
Yeah. And it didn't. It wasn't as good as his other stuff, but it was still hilarious, dude.
And, yeah, and it wasn't as great. And that was the best part is seeing him. You know what? This guy goes through the same fucking shit that I go through.
Yeah. Just a little faster at it. That's all now,
A little faster. He's performing at a higher level, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I've heard him talk about on podcasts where the day after he does a special, the day after he throws away all his material And he's like, you know what? The day after I dropped my special, I'm the worst comedian in America.
He talked about that because I was after George Carlin died, and
Sure.
but like because he did like that speech at his funeral or whatever.
Yeah.
But he talks about like Carlin was the guy that got him on that because he had this whole hour, and he's like, I can't get rid of this. This is all I have. And then like one night he came up and was like, I just want to kill my fucking kids. And then like he was like, that was it for him.
It was cool, man, because he performed at Yuck Yucks, and on Thursday. And on Wednesday, I did a show at Yuck Yucks. And so 24 hours later, this guy's on the same fucking stage that I was on, talking into the same fucking microphone, doing the same fucking thing. Well, I mean, not the same thing, obviously. He's really philosophical material he's got here.
Yeah.
But the same kind of, you know what I mean? It was interesting just seeing like the dynamic of it, where I'm like, fuck.
Did you think like when you watched them, where you're like, oh, I can do that, or you're like, oh, I fucking suck?
You know what? I think old Robert would have been like, I would have just went home sad, being like, I could never do that shit. But no, this new Robert went home like, I'm fucking inspired.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm inspired. I'm ready to I want to go home and fucking write, you know?
Yeah.
I saw him 5 years ago at Yuck Yucks Niagara, and he like the part that I saw him as a human being there was he just had like an armpit sweat stain under his armpits. And I was sitting front row and I just saw it, and I'm like, this is the guy everyone's freaking out about.
This fat fuck.
He should be a fucking grade 10 math teacher. He's got the body of a fucking grade 10 math teacher. But he's a comedian making millions of dollars. But still, right? This is the guy we're all freaking out about.
Yeah.
This bald fat dude, right? Who just likes his balls sucked. What the hell is that about? 40 years of him doing comedy. That was 40 years you saw. 4 decades. He's been doing comedy since 1987, 88. You saw 40 years of comedy at work. You believe that?
Yeah, I could believe it after I saw him. Yeah.
That's the show. Great time, amazing time seeing him at Yucks. I think yes. What is it?
The 1,000 men versus one gorilla thing.
What's that?
Seen this viral thing?
No.
Okay, so 1,000 men versus one gorilla. Who wins?
1,000 men.
100 men.
Sorry guys, we have the dice shaker in studio now.
Yeah, we have
us.
Jordan. We have Jordan.
He's off cam. There's no camera. You're
Does
off
he?
camera. You're just your voice is
do
gonna
the
be
humans have
narrowly heard.
weapons? No. Just bare hands.
So what's the question?
100 dudes, one gorilla.
100 dudes versus one gorilla.
That's right.
This is a viral thing right now.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
If like what? Would 100 dudes beat up one gorilla?
Correct. One dude. So it's one dude.
One dude.
Sorry. One gorilla, 100 dudes.
One gorilla, 100 dudes.
Who's winning?
Who's winning between one gorilla and 100 dudes?
Correct.
Bro, 100 dudes.
Yeah, that's most people go gorilla, but
100 fucking dudes are winning. If there's 100 dudes versus one gorilla, 100 dudes, 100 grown men?
yeah,
100 grown men. Yeah, we're going to lose 5 of you.
we're a lot.
We're
We're gonna lose a lot
We're
of
going to
you.
lose 10.
Yeah.
We're going to lose 20.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
But at the end of the day, that fucking gorilla's going down. It's going down.
That's kind of my thing is like if like depending what happens to the first 10 to 15 people, like the remaining people may not be down to continue this fight because those people are going to go out in a gruesome, horrific way.
Yeah, but that gorilla's got nothing left in it, boys.
True.
We got to
Stamina.
finish this
It's a
thing
good
up.
point. It's a good point. Back to you, Robert.
I think the thing, but like, isn't the gorilla's thing is like their stamina is insane though? Like they just eat protein all day. Do they not eat like
Well,
grass
gorilla's
and
also a
bamboo and
fucking
like
gorilla.
and protein?
I think
Like they're all muscle. And
Does
shit.
it-
that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's necessarily stamina. I think it's like they're gonna rip a couple guys apart with their bare hands.
Yeah,
A few were
like in half. Yes, yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
it's like D-Day, all right? The guys at the front of the boat are going down as soon as this gate opens.
Welcome, by the way, for that.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that for you.
What? D-Day? Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you to the troops. Thank you. Thank you. Salute to the troops.
You guys can't get yourself out of your own mess. That's all right.
That's all right. Salute to the troops. The fuck is this? What are you coming in here with this energy? The fuck out of my studio. No, I'm kidding. Listen, it's like D-Day. Okay? When that gate opens, yeah, we're going to lose a few guys. But at the end of the day, it's for the greater good. It's for the greater cause. You're going to have 5 dudes left over with 95 guys dead, being like, you know what? We accomplished it. This gorilla
won, though.
is
Yeah,
done. We won. Their sacrifices will not go down in vain.
Yeah, no, I'm actually still on the gorilla side. I think the gorilla just tears through it. I think he tears through. I think he tears through 20 like real
Right, but now
fast.
he's doing
Well, now
that.
it's 80 on one.
While he's
With
doing that, we've got many guys on his back. The eyes. As soon as we get to the eyes, like that's gonna be a game changer.
that is gonna fuck him up. Yeah,
You know, as soon as
yeah.
we get to the eyes.
That's really what it is. Can you get to his eyes? Because like you can't
All right.
you can't punch him.
Show's over.
Okay.
Just because he doesn't have a mic, and it's like, what,
Okay.
it's just you talking to a guy off, with no mic.
Yeah,
off
we need a
screen.
third mic.
We're gonna get a third mic. It's all coming along very brick by brick. The Robert Khakham Show is being built. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. This has been the Robert Khakham Show, as always, with my amazing producer,
Robert Khakham.
Robert Khakham. Thank you guys very much. Have a great one. Goodbye. And special guest appearance by the Dice Shaker. Goodbye.